The Carolina coast. Whether you grew up there, vacationed at the beach with your family as a kid, or discovered its charms just last year, if you've spent time down east, you'll always carry with you some of that coastal magic. Like shag dancing.
Pier fishing.
Joyriding.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Hurricanes.
Shifting sand.
Shipwrecks.
Shag dancing.
Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs.
The reproductive habits of the bluefish.
Whoa, my.
Folks, we've got all that and more. We call our show King Mackerel and the Blues Are Running. And I want to tell you that we couldn't have done it without a lot of help from some special people who understand what we're talking about. We want to thank Carolina Power and Light. They've got the power to lead. Vanguard Cellular One for the way you live and work. And we sure want to thank viewers like you.
King Mackerel.
And the Blues Are Running.
And the blues are running.
You know they are. Evening, folks. Good evening. I'm Bland Simpson of the Coastal Cohorts. Welcome to King Mackerel. Now, folks, down on the coast.
Hey, Bland!
Whoa! Comes our mystic fisherman, cohort Jim Wan. Jim, what have you got there?
Oh, Bland, this is a big old king mackerel, denizen of the fathomless depths. 43 pounds, 11 ounces.
Nice work.
Ah, you know me. The hook's wet. I'm happy.
Cohorts.
Whoa,
Cohorts.
Dixon.
Hey, Dixon.
To speak about a real force of nature, here's our rhythm and blues cohort, Don Dixon. Boys.
Row-ho, goggle-eyes, Zebco man. Catch them fish as good as you can. Raise the corn cake.
Tide rolls in, tide rolls out. The summertime is just about gone. All that's left to think about is the fishing coming on. Who's got the latest information? Coast Guard or charter boat cruise?
Could be the kid down at the filling station saying, buddy, have you heard the news?
Hey, buddy, have you heard the news? King Mackerel and the blues are running all along the coast. Talk about fishing, you can't give the fish away. Everybody's lucky, October and the moon is coming, but the clouds won't give up the ghost. Oh, let the good weather hold one more day. Here on the Outer Banks, winds are currently from the northeast, 10 to 15 knots. Coast Guard has lifted yesterday's small craft warnings from Cape Hitter to Cape Fear. Seas are running 1 to 2 feet above normal, though, so stay tuned to the Weather Channel. Ocean temperature off Hatteras, Cove, and Core Banks averaging 68 degrees. Air temperature probably won't break a high of 60. But it's a beautiful day all along the Carolina coast, and all reports are the fishing's excellent. King Mackerel and the blues are running all along the coast. Talk about fishing, you can't give the fish away. Everybody's lucky, October and the moon is coming, but the clouds won't give up the ghost. Oh, let the good weather hold one more day. Wake up, we're moving out. 4-wheel drive will take us where we're going, yeah. If it don't, we're missing out. You wanna be there before dawn. But when the sun is finally setting, there's sand in everybody's shoes, yeah. Cooler's full of fish, there ain't nobody fretting. No, it's, hey buddy, have you heard the news? King Mackerel and the blues are running all along the coast. We talk about fishing, you can't give the fish away. Everybody's lucky, October and the moon is coming, but the clouds won't give up the ghost.
oh, let the good weather hold one more day. Let the good weather hold.
Let it
Let the
hold.
good weather hold.
Let it hold.
Let the good weather hold.
One more day.
Now, folks, we've all spent a lot of time down around the coast. Let's get our satellite to click in. Take a look at Core Sound, Lake Mattamuskeet, Pamlico Sound, Cedar Island. Let's zoom in on old Corn Cake Inlet. Yeah, come right down there. That's where my cohorts, Jim Wan and Don Dixon, and I like to spend a lot of our time. Down at Corn Cake, we like to stay at the old Corn Cake Inlet Inn. The Corn Cake is kind of rustic, we know that, but the alternative is pretty busy. We like that unspoiled, relaxed, edge-of-the-sea experience, and we really like and admire Miss Mattie Jewell. She's been running the Corn Cake for 35 years. She feeds us right, 8:30, 12:30, 6 o'clock, be on time. Fishing is great around the Corn Cake, you can see that. Kids like it out there, out on the old wooden fishing pier, and there's just plenty to do to amuse yourself, or you can just sit back and relax. Do be careful where you sit, though. You'll be all right. About the only drawback down our way is, well, every fall it's the high winds and heavy surf of hurricane season. Well, you can see a hurricane coming from a long way off, but once it gets there, there's just not much you can do about it. Every fall there's a danger, and last fall it got us. Blew the roof off the Corn Cake Inlet Inn, ruined the old wooden fishing pier. Now, we're trying to raise the cash to help Miss Mattie build it back like it was, because if she can't, she's going to have to sell out to the Greedhead Development Corporation. We can't let that happen. I want to thank you all. Ticket proceeds and all go into this. We're going to get it built back like it was so we can get back to doing what we do best, fishing.
Well, you've been fishing all your life, Bland.
Jim, I was born fishing. Little town called Elizabeth City, North Carolina,
Get the map.
on the banks of the Pasquotank River as it rolls down to Albemarle Sound.
Right there.
Sound side.
Right, or as the old-timers refer to it, Soundsoid. Corn Cake Inlet, of course, is right out on the Atlantic Ocean.
Right there.
The cutting edge.
Actually, there was no inlet at Corn Cake until 1938. Hurricane Jane opened her up. Till then, Corn Cake was known ecologically as a haven for horseshoe crabs.
Bland, the horseshoe crab isn't a crab at all. It's a spider. It's a giant spider with a helmet and a spine.
I want to thank you all for coming out tonight to help us raise the Corn Cake.
Late at night, armies of them come out to crawl.
Don, you keep on like this, nobody's going to want to come to the Corn Cake once it's raised.
Bland, the horseshoe crab's endangered. It's an endangered species.
Endangered by the Greedheads. Greedheads.
This is what we're up against, folks.
Greedhead sees a big high rise when he's looking at a stretch of sand.
He ain't thinking about wind or tide or anything nature planned.
No, not anything that nature planned. Greedhead sees a barrel of bucks 15 stories tall.
He ain't thinking about the geese and the ducks who won't come back in the fall.
No, they won't come back in the fall. Oh, there's a safe harbor when the clouds are gathering. We can raise the Corn Cake, the Corn Cake Inlet Inn. Yeah, there's a safe harbor where you can meet a friend. So raise a glass to the Corn Cake, the Corn Cake Inlet Inn. Greedhead sees a passel of yachts and guys with a lot of gold chains.
Cohort sees a clean fishing spot, and that's the way it's gotta remain.
That's the way it's gotta remain. Greedhead sees a high-span bridge and toll booth turnstiles.
Cohort sees a big sand dune ridge and nothing for miles and miles.
No, not nothing. Nothing for miles and miles. Oh, there's a safe harbor when the clouds are gathering. We can raise the Corn Cake, the Corn Cake Inlet Inn. Yeah, there's a safe Miss Jewel will serve you 3 good meals, but you gotta be there on time.
On time.
Phone on the wall for a local call, and she won't take your dime. She's been our friend for all these years. Corn Cake Inn can't disappear. We gonna help out all we can. Want you folks to understand. We're singing out tonight just so you'll know that the coastal cohorts are on the road.
Well, there's a
Safe harbor when the clouds are gathering.
so safe.
We can raise the corn cake. The
Corn Cake Inlet. Yeah, there's a
safe harbor where you can meet a friend.
Sing it,
Well, a good
Blaine.
friend. Raise a glass to the corn cake.
the Corn Cake Inlet. In.
You know what I really miss about the corn cake is the food.
Oh, yeah. Miss Mattie's blackened bluefish with hush puppies and slaw.
The Halloween oyster roast with hush puppies and slaw.
The crab derby with hush puppies, but hold the slaw. You know, I could just eat the crab derby up back before there got to be too few crabs in the sound.
Greed heads, messing with the natural order of things.
You know, Miss Mattie always says the natural order of things is to dine right and dine on time.
And we've kind of adopted that as a cohort motto. Dine right.
And dine on time.
Well, it starts with a plant at the bottom of the sea. Something green and slimy. Free lunch for Walter Flea. House salad at the bottom of the sea. Swims a shrimp and eats that flea. Maybe he gets lucky and he eats 2 or 3. But that mighty sardine is the shrimp's downfall. When it hits my cracker, I'm eating them all. 'Cause I'm the king. King of the food chain. Yeah. Well, the big black bass got to watch his back, looking out for a shark attack. But that shark will score, you know that it will. Let it wind up on my grill. Wow!
Hear the king yell.
Come on, baby, ring my dinner bell.
Red snapper, calamari, northern pike.
You know I never met a meal I did not like. 'Cause I'm the king.
He's the king.
I'm the king.
King.
King of the food chain.
King of the food chain.
Yeah.
King of the food chain.
I'm the king.
He's the king.
I'm the king. King of the food chain.
King of the food chain. King of the food.
Clam fritters, clam chowder, oysters on the half shell, group of fingers and she crab soup, fish sticks, breadsticks, hush puppies, devil dogs, ring dings, Malamars, cafe latte.
Food chain, food chain, food chain, food chain, food chain.
Talking about food, now,
Food chain, food chain,
yeah.
food chain, food
Ain't no
chain.
E and a P,
Food chain, food chain, food chain, food chain, food
ain't no
chain.
food chain to me.
Food chain.
You know it starts with a plant at the bottom of the sea, works its way up to big old me. Oh, that's the way that nature does her thing, and nature has declared that I'm the king.
Yes, he's the king.
I'm the king.
He's the king. King of the food chain.
King of the food chain. King of the food chain.
Yes, he's the king.
I'm the king.
He's the king.
King.
King of the food chain.
King of the food chain.
Food
Chain, chain, chain.
chain of food.
Oh, yeah, oh.
Food chain, chain, chain. Chain of
Oh,
food.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Food chain, chain, chain. Chain of food.
Oh, yeah.
Food chain, chain, food chain.
Miss Maddie's cooking was so good. I remember the first time I was ever on the coast. Must have been about 10 or 11 years old. I came over with my family, and a whole bunch of us were staying down on Half Moon Island. But when we heard about the table Miss Maddie set, why, we all just moved on up to the corn cake. Now, that summer, I palled around with a girl named Georgia Rose. She was a little older than I was, and she was into all kinds of things I had never even considered. That's right. Metaphysical things. And one day we were walking in the dunes, and out of the blue she said, "Let's dig here." Inside of 5 minutes I had turned up this carved stone point of a spear. And I said, "Georgia Rose, this is old. Where'd it come from, you reckon?" She said, "From that place in the sea where all the lost things wind up." I said, "Come on, an Indian made this." She said, "Sure, he made it, but he lost it, didn't he? Just like you're gonna lose it." I said, "I'm never gonna lose this." But I did. I found a spear point in the sand. It felt almost alive in my hand. Oh, timeless, where is the man who stood still waiting for a flash in the water right where I stand? Oh, timeless, where is the man? I found a conch shell washed upon shore, nothing inside where there once was before. Oh, timeless, is there more? When I put the shell to my ear in the dark, I could hear you roar. Oh, timeless, is there more? When the moon makes a ribbon on the water, it's a highway to ride. Everything that you ever wanted is on the other side. Over that horizon, someday I'll abide. Timeless as the tide.
Beaches are moving year after year, sand shifting with the tide. You know the man's time will disappear, but the wind and the water still by.
Found a spear point in the sand. It felt almost alive in my hand. Oh, timeless, where is the man who stood still waiting for the moon on the water right where I stand? Oh, timeless, where is the man?
The water still
Where is the man?
wind, the water still.
Did he go where the lost things go? Born out on the tide. The wind and the water, the wind and the water, the wind and the water still abide. Wayne,
Hey, yeah, Jim?
what is that? Sounds like a hellacious outboard motor.
I think it's the hellacious diesel on the headboat, Jim.
Oh, the head boat.
Oh, come on. Man cannot live by spear point alone.
No.
Let's go fishing.
Yeah, deep sea fishing.
Deep sea.
Get out on that head boat, right?
Out on it.
$10 a head. Anybody want to go? Yeah, okay, good. right. How about you, Blair?
Sign me up.
Don't forget the Dramamine. Trolling in the Gulf Stream, 90 miles east. Sun climbing high and the bass down deep. Everybody's searching for that cooler of brew. I left it sitting in the Subaru.
Ain't that something?
Ain't it something for the birds to pick?
Ain't that something?
Ain't enough to make a fish a fancy. How come I always get the end of that stick where there's nothing but something for the birds to pick? I hooked up on a marlin, a record book size, 45 hours with the sweat in my eyes. Down in the water, something hungry and dark, my marlin made a dinner for a hammerhead shark.
Ain't that something?
Ain't it something for the birds to pick?
Ain't that something?
Ain't enough to make a fish a fancy. How come I always get the end of that stick where there's nothing but something for the birds to pick? Back at the landing, I was too sick to stand. Spent a month's wages for a third-degree tan. The captain kind of grinned as he collected his pay. He said,
You boys should have been here about a week ago last Thursday.
Ain't that something?
ain't it something for the birds to pick?
Ain't that something?
Ain't enough to make a fish a fancy. How come I always get the end of that stick where there's nothing but something for the birds to pick?
I think I've had enough fishing. I'm ready for a joyride.
Yeah, let's get that car out on the beach.
Like it?
Well, wait, we could get sucked under.
Jim, don't worry about that. Let's just go.
All right.
And let's get everybody from public TV to go with us.
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie.
Charlie Rose.
Helen Mirren.